Hello everyone, you are now with Xinhua Yangzhou in southern Lao province of Adabu. And we are here in the place that was hit by a disaster several days ago. And now you can see the road down there is totally flooded by water. But however, the Lao people, they they still keep going to the area that was hit by the disaster, the flooded area. And our villager just told us the road which we can see now is totally flooded. It's about 200 meters long, and after this, there's still a road that is not flooded yet. So every day they have to cross this 200-meter road which is flooded to get to another place. And many villagers still they try to get across this area to reach their home, to get something there. Oh, now we can see a villager coming on to the bank. Now this to be a road, and now it's flooded. And I'm gonna brief you about the incident right now that a dam collapsed on July 23rd, on the evening of July 23rd, and after that, 6 villages in the southern Lao province of Atapu and the district of Sanamsai was heavily affected. The 6 villages, according to local Lao media, were 100% flooded. They were submerged into the water, and the images from the state media showed many villagers were stranded on the roof of their houses. However, according to Lao Prime Minister Thongloun Sisoulith, all villagers stranded on the roof of their houses, on the trees, were rescued until yesterday. So now there's no one stranded there on the roof of the villages. Now we see a villager just come there with his bike. I comeมาอยู่อ่ะอันตรายย่านอยู่อ่ะขับมาหัน
ย่านกันแล้ว
ย่านคือกันว่ะมันน้ำมันลึกเท่าไหร่นี่
นี่
เท่านี้เลยว่ะ
พอหันมันโบแล้วนี่นี่เลย
โอ้โหมันความยาวเท่าไหร่นี่ทำน้
ำบุกสิบอะไรบอกเขาหลัก
โอเคเราเข้าใจอ้าย And now we just talk about a local villager. He said the water is very, very deep. That is as deep as his throat. As he walks into the water can reach his throat. And he has to get there to get something. He said he felt afraid. So and then we coming here. Actually, Laos is a landlocked country in Southeast Asia between Thailand and Vietnam. And we are now in the southernmost province of Laos, Atabu province. The province is just beside Cambodia. And we can see right now the roads are just of mud. They're not concrete here, they're just mud road. And once there's a rain and water, the road gonna break. And this time a dam collapsed and the water just flooded from above the mountain and to the downstreams and flooded many villages downstreams. About 6 villages were flooded very severely. And we see 2 villagers still coming here, 3 villagers still coming here. And we just came here today to just see how severe the disaster has caused to the life of the local villagers. Actually, Adabu is a mountainous place and with many rivers in the province, making the province very abundant in hydropower. That's the reason that many foreign companies come to here to invest and build dams. The dam that collapsed is called Sepian Senamnoi Dam, a part of a larger project, hydropower project. And as far as we know, just on the day, July 23rd, the day that the dam collapsed, the company operating the dam actually know they found some cracks in the dam and they informed the government. The government told the people to evacuate. However, it's not in time. The dam just collapsed at night about 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and many villagers suffered. Now you can see the Adabur province has many mountains. These mountains make the province very abundant in hydropower, and the rivers just come across the mountain to the downstreams to the so the many dams were built on the mountains, and once the dam collapsed, the water just come down very swiftly. And this morning, we went to several shelters of the villagers who were in fact affected by the floods, and they told us the water comes so soon that they can only take their only baby to go to the roof before the flood is come inside the house. The village is from a village called Ban Tahin. It's one of the 6 villages that were severely affected by the incident this time. And now there's, all you can see in the camera, there's still 3 villagers coming to the bank, to the road. Laos actually is still an impoverished country. Many roads in the countryside, they have no concrete roads. They're all muddy roads. So in rainy season, it's become very dangerous for transport, especially in rural areas. And due to continuous rain for several days, according to Lao Prime Minister Thongloun Sisouli, the dam cannot take over so much water and it collapsed. And the continuous rain for so many days also break many roads in the region and making it very difficult for rescue powers to transfer their equipment and the relief materials inside. But however, and we have some Chinese companies here just come to help, come to relieve, and come to help the survivors, the survivor villagers of the event. And now, may I introduce you to Mr. Yuan Zai. He's a staff of China Power, Power China. We're gonna interview him, ask him about several questions in Chinese. I'm gonna translate to you in English later. 好，我们再来采访一下你，就说，您是哪一天知道这个消息的？
23号5点钟，下午5点钟
就知道这个消息了。
对
当时说，当时那个大坝已经坍塌了吗？
是我们当时不知道是哪个大坝是坍塌了怎么样，只是说是在阿苏坡省这附近有个大坝坍塌了，然后是需要救援，然后我们仔细打听，到处打听，就是那个3+1大坝垮塌了，然后韩国人建的，然后我们当时收了消息之后，我们中国电力集团国际公司就指令我们附近的人全部全力救助。然后我们当时5点钟之后，我们连夜在项目收集物资，然后赶到那个从项目出发，连夜赶过来。当时我们是因为陆路附近路不通，然后我们开车开到巴塞那边，想从巴塞走陆路进那个大坝那边，然后进不去，当时开车开到2点多钟，半夜2点多钟，相当于24号凌晨2点多，然后进不去，然后我们就在那住了一晚，第二天又从巴塞赶回来，然后把我们第一批物资3车接线给当地的那个物资募集点。
So he told us that the Power China actually were informed about incident on the 23rd, the day that the incident happened, and after they were informed about the incident, they collect the materials as soon as possible to come to the place, and the headquarters just ask their staff to bring things here to relieve materials to help the survivor villagers here, and actually, Adabur province, they have no airports. They have to rely airports in Bakse of Jambasak province. And at the night, they were arrived at Bakse and they intended to come there to here. But the road between Bakse and Adabur province was a break due to heavy rains. So they walk until about 2 a.m. in the morning. 是到2点钟，然后又回去了还是什么？
到2点钟之后，我们当时就找了个地方，就凌晨2点找了个地方住，然后第二天早上。
Okay, so until 2 a.m. they were too tired and they found a place to rest. And the next morning, on the 24th, they actually arrived here in Adabur province to give the material they brought to help the villagers, the survivors there. Now we see there's still a villager going to there. 那我们这个店店这边会这时候带来给他们捐献一些怎样的物资呢？
捐献目前他们当地民众在其最紧要的被褥、蚊帐、手套、医疗用品，然后还有面包、饼干、水，还有手套啊这些之类的，还有蚊香之类的。我们能够还有衣服，我们能够想到的，我们项目现有的，包括我们的工作服，全部都拿出来捐献给他们了。
Actually, Mr. Yuan Zhen told us they gave everything they have, like the clothes, the gloves, and things they can buy, like water, mineral water, clean water, and other things, necessity for that they can think of, necessity for the survivors and the villagers. They bring them here to give to the survivors of the incident. 那你在这边第几天了？现在已经？
我在这边今天是第4天了。
Now it's the 4th day that Mr. Yuan stay here in Adaba province to help the survivors. 那么咱们这个店建这回打算为他们继续一直待到哪一天呢？
我们现在的人店的人就是在这块的，就一直待在这边，让他们其他后面的在我们店建集团就各个项目，包括我们各个国内的老挝这边的全部联。
They're gonna stay here and to help the people as long as possible. Now we can see there's still villagers crossing the flooded area. Now it's raining. We have to take an umbrella for our machine, otherwise it's gonna be break down. You can see now it's still raining. Now from some May to October, it's the raining season in Southeast Asia, and in Laos, every year during this period, it's gonna be very rainy. And the heavy rain is one of the reasons that the dam breaks down, the collapsed, according to Lao Prime Minister Tonglen Sisili. And the heavy rain also break down the roads in other province, and making it very difficult for people to transfer goods inside. Now we see there's a helicopter there. Actually, today the helicopter bring here some Chinese doctors from the People Liberation Army of China to the local hospital. And the Chinese doctors are now treating the survivors. Many of them suffered cough, fever, and other kinds of disease. Now the villagers who just arrived are going right now. Actually, in the rainy season, it's kind of dangerous to travel by road in rural areas of Laos, because many occasions the roads are gonna be break down and they're gonna be landslides. And on the road that we came here on the 24th, on the road I came here on the 24th, I see there's a landslide just before I arrived in Adaba province, and the driver told me that the rain this year is pretty much than last year. So maybe this is one of the reasons the dam collapsed. The amount of the rain is too high this year. Okay, the rain stopped. Yeah, it's so like the rain came so swift and goes so swift. This is the typical raining season in Laos. The season of dangerous things and disasters. You can see how bad the road here is. This kind of road is all everywhere in the Adaba province. and make it very difficult to transport everything inside. And the trucks that carry many goods cannot come inside. And we just interviewed Mr. Bun Hom, the governor of the district of the Sanamsai district. As earlier said, there are 6 villages that are severely affected by this disaster this time. All these 6 villages lay in the area of Sanamsai district. 6 villages is part of the Sanamsai district. Sanamsai district is the district that hit by the disaster this time. And we just interviewed the governor of the district this morning, and he told us the roads make it very difficult to transport relief materials here inside. And we also asked him about the statistics, and Bun Hom, the governor of Sanamsai district, the district hit by the disaster, told us that they are now can only confirm there are 1 dead because they can retrieve the dead body of the victim, and there are now 171 people missing, according to him. He said only as they retrieve the body can they confirm someone is dead. So according to him, there's still 1 dead. But according to Lao news agency, there are now already 26 people are confirmed dead. And Mr. Tonglun Tsisulit, the Lao Prime Minister, yesterday just said, this incident is the biggest one in decades of Lao history. And now we have a new villager coming here. They're gonna cross the flood hit area. อ๋อสิขี่เรือไปวะดีแล้วบนย่างไปอันตรายเนาะ
น้ำพอพ่นที่ผู้เบื้องฝุ่นทุกมือได้ไปพุ่นมีเหือที่นี่แหละ
อ๋อนี่เป็นของประชาชนวะเป็นของคนพื้นที่วะ
ของปลาส้นเลย
ประชาชนเนี่ย
เท่าไหร่ละไป3,000 บวก
3,000 อ๋อ
ตัวคุณว่าตัวเชื่อ
ตัวคนคือแล้วเป็นซื้อจีนเด้อมาทำข่าวอันน้ำท่วม
ผู้ลูกในคนจีนเหรอ
แมน
ทหารจีนมาช่วยว่า
แม่เป็นท่านหมอนั่นน่ะ
แต่ผู้ลูกเองน่ะก็อยู่เฮ็ดงานการอยู่นี่บ่หรือว่ามาช่วยนี่คือ
เขาก็มาเอาเข้าเนี่ยมาช่วยเขาจะพูดถึงจังได๋
แม่นก็คืออยากระดมนะทางสังคมโลกเนาะมาพร้อมกันช่วยเหลือประชาชนลาวที่ประสบเหตุในครั้งนี้
โอ้ยบ่เคยเป็นสิคนตายหลายนี่
บ่เคยมีเนาะ
เป็นตาย่ามันเขื่อนมันทมไปสิคันท่วมธรรมดานี่คนบ่ตายหลายพุ่น
ไปเดียวก็บ่เสียหายมาไปเดียวน้ำลงมา
น้ำลงมามันทันคือคุณ
เคยอยู่ถึงคู่เนี่ย
ได้ยินเขาเจ้าว่าน่ะน้ำมันขึ้นไวๆนะ
ของน้ำ
ปึ๊บเดียวมันก็ถึงโคซั่นน่ะ
เบิ่งเฮือนซั่นบ้านฟองแต่พุ่นเพพังพลายหมด
โดยอันตรายเนาะ
ทำไปจักไม้ไปจักเตาะสิซ้ำนี่ก็ลบ
โดยอันตรายอีหลีเป็นตาย่าน
เกี่ยวว่าผู้ตายก็ตายหลายคนบ่ทันเห็นซากศพเด้อนี่
แม่นยังหายสับสนประมาณ131 คนอันนั้นตกบ่เป็นหยังที่บอก
เครียดขึ้น
โอเค And we just interviewed a local villager. He told us he's gonna take a boat to cross the region to his field, and it takes him about 3,000 gib. It's not too much, but only 3,000 gib. That is 1.6 Chinese RMB, and less than $1 anyway. It's less than $1. You're gonna take a boat there. The boat belongs to local villagers. Gonna cross the flood hit area to go to his field. And he told us about the incident. It's very severe. He didn't see such an incident in years because the dam actually collapsed and releasing such a great amount of water to hit the area, and many people are affected because the dam is built on the mountain, and you can imagine that when the dam on the top, on the higher place that collapse, how soon can and how severe can the water flow down to flood villages in the downstream. Okay, this is now the Xinhua report of the news of Lao Dam collapse here in Adaba province. If you want to know more latest news of the incident, please follow our report later. Thank you so much.